Why do you go to university? Are you going just because of the degree? Your 20s are your building blocks, dude. People are waking up at 30 and 40 and like, oh shit, dude. That's all preset programming designed to keep you in the 9 to 5, designed to keep you in the work slave mindset. Because what is those 15 pounds that you're getting for that hour worth? Is the system intentionally designing traps all over us? Because there's more to life than work. There's more to life than business. There's more to life than entrepreneurship. There's more to life than trading cryptos, right? So once you make money, the purpose of money is what? Freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
And with the freedom, you get to enjoy things. So most people, I ask them, hey, why are you working for money? Oh, well, because I need to pay my bills, or I have. Okay, well, but why? Why do you want money? What is money? They don't even know what money is. People are out here working a 9 to 5. Okay, right now, definition. What is money? Define it. What is money?
People are just working to pay the bills and get by rather than actually chasing the freedom and things they want.
But it is, what is money? You go in, you give your time, your energy, your attention towards a task, and you get paid. What is that worth? What is those 15 pounds that you're getting for that hour worth?
Your time?
No, not your time. What is it worth? Where does it come from? Who gives that thing value? It has no value. That money isn't real. So what you need to do is you need to create money. And you create money by elevating the way that you think about finances, the way that you think about business, the way that you think about working. You don't work in order to get a paycheck. You work in order to build things that create money. We'll talk about that later. The entire premise, back to your point, is the system intentionally designing traps all over us to ensnare us and keep us down. 100%. School system, finances, food, music, all around. The people that observe it and are aware, they realize it. The people that are addicted, right, or part of the system or on the hamster wheel, they don't see it.
Yeah.
Whether you see it or not is irrelevant, but it's happening.
How old are you now, Luke?
29.
So 29 years old, you know, we don't grow up thinking there's a matrix. We're not 13 years old thinking, oh my God, the matrix is after us and there is a matrix controlling us. So when was your first encounter with this and how did you discover it in the first place? And what was your, I suppose, your response to it at the time?
I mean, how were you in school?
You start school.
But were you like good in school, average?
Oh, how was I in school?
Yeah,
I was good. I was average, yeah.
How many people in your school right now that are like top A students, do you know where they are in life?
I was never part of that friendship group, so I haven't got a clue where they are. But I mean, they're probably doing well in whatever fields they're in. I know there was probably a couple of dentists and a couple of doctors, but I mean, other than that, I don't really know what they're doing specifically. In terms of the people that I know that done well, I suppose they're getting their way through life.
But what's their background? Because when I look at the background of the people that are winning, I look at one factor above all factors: their ability to incur massive risk and sustain massive levels of stress. These are the two differentiating factors between super successful people and unsuccessful people. And what I've come to realize is the people that are highly educated, just with literacy of the books or the schools and the degrees, and have more degrees than a thermostat, aren't necessarily conditioned for the real world, aren't necessarily conditioned for the business world, aren't necessarily conditioned to go eye to eye with competition.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I'm just curious. The reason I ask is because I was still thinking about the whole school system. I don't know how it works here. I don't know if it's the same as the US.
How's the US? I'll tell you how it is.
12 years of school.
Yep.
And you have your basic things, your math classes, all general stuff, history, but nothing specific. You have an hour of break a day.
Yep.
I don't know if it's the same thing here.
Like UK, you pretty much have, you start off in year one, which is your, I suppose, kindergarten, I think, in America. And then it works all the way up until year 12, i.e. college or sixth form, right? And that's where you do your pre-studies for university. And that's ideally your final destination for study, which is university, which is what we've been taught our whole lives, especially from ethnic backgrounds, that we must go to university, we must get degrees, we must do this, that. The government pushes it on us a lot to get to university degrees, even with things like if you want to work in the NHS or you want to be some sort of doctor or anything, there are things in place that they allow you to have free degrees, so you don't have to pay. But usually it once started off, I think it was £1,500 for the whole degree, then the whole year, sorry. Then it went to £3,000 for the year, and now it currently is at £9,000 a year for university. Average is about 3-4 years, so you're already around £45,000 in debt before you even get your job and before you even finish your degree. So that's how it works here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cheaper than the US though, for most places. Yeah, no, the US, 9,000 a year is community college, but people are paying up to 40, 50, 60,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
You know the ones you always see on TV and films, yeah, Harvard University. How much does that cost?
I'm not sure, but probably 50, 60, somewhere along those lines.
Yearly.
Yeah, it's crazy. But once again, why do you go to university? Are you going just because of the degree? Or are you going because you are actually going to learn something and you're going to develop? Are you going because you're networking? So it all comes down to ROI. That's what people don't seem to understand. It's not that college is bad. It's not that you're not going to learn anything. It's what are you doing with those 4 fucking years that are your prime life to set yourself up for success? Like your 20s are your building blocks, dude. People are waking up at 30 and 40 and like, oh shit, dude. Like I got years to make up right now. I got work to do. But had they told you in university that after you graduate, you're going into the real world, dude, you're just getting started. You just had 4 years of getting specialized or fucking around, depending on who you are. Most people fuck around.
Yep.
And you haven't positioned yourself. We see nowadays one of the most important things for positioning for yourself, long-term success, is financial freedom. Dude, once you have financial freedom, you can learn whatever you want. You have the time and freedom to do whatever you want. Most people are not able to delay their passions and their gratifications. And then most people are not willing to change their dreams based off of the conditions of the things that are taking place. Just because you wanted to be a doctor, because that's what you thought you wanted to be, because your parents told you that that's what you were supposed to be all these years, doesn't necessarily mean that once you try it and you're in year 3 of medicine, you're like, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. And you say, okay, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go back to doing something that I enjoy. Most people are like, no, this is the career path that I chose. This is the hamster wheel that I'm on. And this is the path of false illusion of success and growth that I'm going to lay on.